It says we're live. Okay, fine. Good enough. Are we live? Okay, there we go. Sorry. Anyway, welcome to the stream, folks. A lot of people in the chat. Don't want to waste anybody's time, so we'll get into it. Um, let's see. Let's start from the beginning. I'm a former co-host of the old Kumite, back when it was a steaming pile of garbage after the whole fight ordeal. We don't have to get into it, but I left the show for reasons that we'll get into later. It's a bit of a story, but I know why you're all here. So so let's just talk briefly. Let's just talk briefly about how this all came about. A while back, I was on a show called Save Pro South. See it's probably a fake Vamp Candy, it must be said. It says enjoy the strike. We will. So I was on a fake show called Save Pro South, and I wasn't really up to anything. In fact, it was this guy, FBA, freshly bleached asshole, who does the show. And after the first couple episodes, I mostly entertained myself by making photoshops of midgets, turning them to werewolves, and I just made up all this lore. Just very, very tame shit. I don't know. I guess that ruffled a few feathers. I don't know. But I think it was like the third or fourth show. This screenshot from Facebook from Amy Haven back in 2011 got brought up. Now, FBA put a redacted version of this screenshot on there, and we had a laugh at it. Some of you haven't seen it. I'll tell you this right now. This Facebook post is still up. Still up to this day. So let's read it real quick. Get everybody up to speed. Amy says, in this post titled, "The Truth of the Matter," evidently, I need to make a few things very clear. Robbie Pilkington didn't break up with me. In fact, I broke up with him. I was given proof from a very close friend that happened to be at Laura's when Robbie went up to visit his kids in quotes. We'll try to take those quotes off for you guys today. See, the part about it that I'm not okay with is not him seeing his kids. It's him lying to me for a year about being around Laura. I've caught him numerous times in lies and have several forms of proof that he was cheating on me the entire relationship with that scumbag whore Laura. That's not nice. She even sent me proof herself. Text, showed me call logs. I'd even look at his phone and hit the redial button, and guess whose number was always last. Just don't believe everything you hear. I did not get broken up with. I left him. I didn't leave him to be with someone else. I left him to stop being treated like my feelings don't matter. I loved him, but I don't deserve a year of fake feelings from someone who claims to love me. If someone loves you, do they choke you and leave fingerprints on your throat? Do they break 2 of your fingers? Do they lock you in a room and say, if you think I'm with Laura, then I'll treat you like I treated her, and then make an attempt to take my pants off of me and pretend to rape me while I'm crying and he is choking me. I called 911 and he told the police that his senile grandfather called the police because he was scared that Gano was gone and he couldn't find her. I should say that the last time I read this, in the last stream, I said that Gano was a dog. It turns out, no, that's a nickname for his grandmother. So, got to set that right. Don't want to be accused of lying about Gano. We'll continue. He also claimed he had 3 dead bodies in his backyard buried, and that all the people were bad people who were sex offenders and deserved it. He then scrubbed my face with a washcloth and told me now that I've lost weight, I'm a fake bitch, and I wear makeup so people will think I'm something I'm not. He made me wear his gym shorts and a baggy shirt of his to Steven's house while all of our friends were there and everyone could tell I was upset. Even Tiny made the comment to Robbie that he knew what he had done and he better be glad he didn't whoop his ass right there on the spot. Everyone knew what had happened. The same thing that happened to Lauren and Laura. I'm sorry, but once you lay your hands on me, I can't make myself convinced that you still love me. And the cheating on top of all that, I just can't put myself through that anymore. I'm just bettering myself and concentrating on the only thing that matters in my life, my daughter. I assume it's her daughter. It's the name of a girl. So we read this thing, and it eventually got brought up to Tonka, and in glorious fashion. Oh shit! You know what? I don't have that clip. Meant to have that one. That's my bad. Anyway, so in glorious fashion, Tonka says that this right here, this 2011 post, was a wrestling angle that they had cooked up. Huh. I'll try to get the audio and put it into the or that clip and put it in the Discord because it's pretty great. Because when Tonka says this, he's with Akujin and Alex, and they just start laughing. Oh, what a Sisu is such a stupid guy for believing in this wrestling angle. What a dumb guy Sisu is. Let's just think about it for a second, though. Why would you bring up Laura and use her last name if this is a wrestling angle? That doesn't make any sense. But the Tonky crowd, the Kumatards, they bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. Sisu was wrong. Let's look at the fight record real quick. Not fight record, but his wrestling record. 4/2/2011 is the last time that Robbie Vio, Tonka Robbie Pilkington, performed at Pro South. I wonder what happened. What happened? Anybody know? Well, they were just setting up a wrestling angle, guys. Because it would take 9 years for them to see it through. Sorry, 8 years. When he got back into Pro South. Now, why did that happen? Why did that happen? Could it be a small, struggling wrestling promotion, family operated, was in hard times, and Tonka saw, who was also in hard times after the fight was canceled, he had to save face and find another venue quick that would host the rematch. And Amy Haven and Ace Haven were only too happy to be that venue. Of course, that never happened. So anyway, is this post true? A lot of people don't think it's true because something happened, I don't know, somewhat, maybe 6 months ago. Amy Haven did a tweet where she said she was going to clarify the matter. And she said that she was not beat by Robbie. Robbie Pilkington never beat her. I was confused. I was like, wait. So is this true? Is this post true? So I asked Ace Haven about it. And you know what he said? They're both true. It's like Schrodinger's cat right here. I don't know how you guys feel about playing semantic games about abuse. I'm not a fan of it, but it worked. Because it was all that was needed for the Tonky-tards to say, aha, it's not true, you stupid guys. All right, fair enough. You got us. It doesn't really matter. The other thing about this post is Amy Haven mentioning that Tonka has kids. Is that true? I don't know. Here's a tweet chain thread from Help for the Guildless. He says, if it was a wrestling angle, then it means it's even more fake. It was a wrestling angle, of course. This guy says, well, if it's a wrestling, well, is it a wrestling angle? Because if it is, it seems to be in poor taste, if you ask me. Some might call this slander. And of course, he asked for proof. And I like this. This is why I put this on here. I love this. And Help for the Guildless says, the proof is talking to the man himself. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? This is what they are. This is that crew. Tonky wouldn't lie to us. He wouldn't lie to us. He's just not that type of guy. Let me put this on real quick before we go on. This is from the Discord, the old Tonky Time Discord. This happened this morning. You read this? Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's just read whatever's important. Davis has decided to stream about Tonka being a deadbeat dad, I guess. I seem to remember him being on a high horse about this kind of shit. Ah, me on my high horse. Because I am a cowboy. It must be said, the devil, that's Tonka, by the way, the devil. He's the devil. He says, I don't care what Davis does. He's an old drunk bum. It's true. Beller says, Davis he isn't worth the energy it took me to type this. Oh, it's true. Excuse me. And the devil says, you can't expect much from a paintbrush who cries in the night, begging for people to not leave him alone in a voice chat. That's me. Just crying my eyes out. Bohemian whatever, this guy, Bohemian Brian, he says, a sad tale of a wasted adulthood. Didn't think he'd turn into Optic, but here we are. That's true. The devil says at least Optic has a woman. Let that sink in. He goes on to say, just know that if you knew half of the sad shit about Davis, you would feel bad for his pathetic ass. God. He's got my secrets, folks. Oh, no. Les goes on. He says something to the effect of, put down the bottle as well as your over-yanked pencils and go outside. Meet someone. Pet a rabid squirrel. Why would I do that when I have Scrattles? Bohemian says, I do indeed pity the fool. It's true. The devil, nah, let him keep drinking. The best thing that could happen to his family or anyone around him is for him to stay the course. So sad. Then Bohemian says, his poor dog. What? Gonna bring my dog into this? Scrattles gets her Scrattle meals. Well taken care of. Except when I've been drinking. Become a fucking maniac. All right. Bandeater says it seems like a desperate attempt by Davis to achieve relevance by using the Tonka name. Using the Tonka name. That's how I'm going to do it. That's how I'm going to be relevant again. Anybody remember when I was relevant? Anybody know who I am? What do we got? We got 77 people watching this thing. I'm relevant. I did it. And all I had to do was use Tonka's good name. He goes on to say, best to not engage. Worst thing you can do to him is leave him alone with his thoughts. It's true. My fucking thoughts are fucking crazy. Give me 1 second. Let me do a little vaping real quick. Bohemian, he says, oh, I'm not giving him the click. No worries. Don't worry. Don't worry, Tonka. I'm not going to be there. I had this thing that I was going to queue up, but it's not necessary. He did a stream a while back about Project Veritas and James O'Keefe and how they can't be trusted. They can't be trusted, folks. And what you need to do is do your own research. Do your own research. Don't believe things blindly just because they're on the old internet. Do your research. Well, this is the stream, folks. This is the stream for that. The devil, he goes on to say, as long as he stays drunk and obsesses over the internet, he doesn't have to worry of the squalor he lives in. The squalor. Oh my gosh. And the family he lives off of the kindness of. Let it be known. Discord roles are a hell of a drug. Now, I might be showing. I will be playing some audio later. They talk about Discord roles. I'll explain that whole business, but most of you will just fuck right off after I show some things, and that's fine. All right. Bohemian goes on to say, "Know your role and shut your mouth." The wreck. Oh my God, he did it. Anything here is he says, Davis, take any collections from your stream and buy as much Mad Dog 2020 you can. It's party time. I'm glad he reminded me, folks. Now, I have a Streamlabs in the description, but I will not be taking any money from that stream if you choose to donate. All that money will go to the Lead Better Foundation. It's a charity designed to help children who were getting stiffed by their deadbeat dad. It's not a real charity, guys. Sorry. I can't do that to you. No, the money will be going to Laura if you choose to donate. I feel bad for her because of what has happened to her. I did get a chance to speak to her a while back, and I'll tell you just why that happened. There was an obituary that was posted in my Discord, and people got up in arms about it because it had the names of his supposed children. And so I got some flack for doxing children in my Discord, and I felt pretty bad about it. It must be said, and that bug behind you is right. I am a true feminist. I am a believer of women, and I felt so bad about it. I contacted Laura and I was like, "Listen, this happened on my Discord. It was on my watch. It shouldn't have happened. Let me make amends." I won't tell you how I made amends, but I did, and it was nice to talk to her. Please, no one try to contact Laura. She just wants to be left alone, and she doesn't want to hear Tonka's name ever again. We'll continue with this morning's Discord leaks. Is this anything interesting? Oh, Bohemian says he's 48 years old. Well, he's an old guy too. There you go. He's on death's bed, folks. The devil, he says, I watched UFC and Rebellion this weekend, hung out with my lady, set up a few new business relationships, and had a big family dinner with the people in my life, along with giving a hand to a family member in need. Davis made up stories about people who took his friend's Discord role. You be the judge of who is doing it right. You be the judge, folks. We'll see. We'll see if I made it all up. Les says, see, Tonka knows. It's easy to do stuff from a wheelchair, isn't it? I had a productive weekend too. Oh my gosh. These are all adults doing things with their life? Oh man. I wish I was, but I'm just a loser living in squalor. Bohemian goes on to say, I don't believe anyone thinks Davis is any kind of life coach. Maybe Tonka is. I don't know. Let's see. Anything cool here? Bohemian goes on to say, just another dude that seems cool till his fifis get hurt and goes full dumbass. But someone has to care about Sisu. Why not Davis? It's true. Gotta defend my boy. Fucking snake rat. Anyway, so all this to say, the Kumatards have their feathers a little bit ruffled over this stream. I hope one of you guys are watching because we're about to get into it. Just got one more thing I want to show you before we get into that. Let's talk about, real briefly, about Tonka's feelings about deadbeat dads. Tonka. He's talking about AP here, guys. Apparently, AP had some problems with child support before, and Tonka stepped in and gave him some money, which is a fine thing to do. It's a fine thing to do. He wouldn't use that against someone later, would he? Let's answer that question right now. All right. The devil, he says, he goes with saying he made me pay the child support now. It was a thing where you feel bad for a pathetic shell of a man and do him a solid to keep him out of jail. This is how shit they are at this point. We'll continue. This is just about how much they paid. Tonka says he paid $2,500 in $500 payments. That's nice. It's nice of him. Here he is. Just tweet him and ask if he got that back child support squared up. Hey, you remember that thing that they'd always say about Tonka? Why are you sending people over here? Why are you telling people to do this? And Tonka would say, I don't tell people to do anything. People just do what they do. I've got accused of that myself, of sending people places. Well, here is Tonka saying, just tweet him and ask if he got that back child support squared up. Do my biddings, Tonka tards. Go out there, my soldiers. He goes on, AP has never made as much as I have made in a month. And if he did, he probably wouldn't owe back child support. Oh my God. Well, there you go. Living high on the hog, as they say, as cowboys say. Ask the child support office if he is shit. Oh, okay. That's a good idea. We should ask the child support office. I wonder if any of those documents are publicly available. And then he does the mic drop. He did it! So good, so great. Doesn't have to say any more. But will he? Yes, he will. He goes on to say AP is a weak person. It's just how it is. Punished Dad says, imagine being that weak. Imagine it. The devil says, I can't. I couldn't imagine being so behind in child support. I think someone I feel is a piece of shit owes me more of it, while also screeching about being on a deathbed while crying for attention. He can't imagine being so behind in child support. He can't imagine it, folks. I think he can. I think he can imagine it really fucking well. Really fucking well. Just go back into your memories, Tonka. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's see. Who the fuck gets child support from someone on the internet? A poofta? I don't know what that is. How dare you not pay for my children? Yada, yada, yada. Calling AP a deadbeat again. Here's something from MK Thales. He says, I don't believe much, if anything, of what people like him say. Ah. I go by what they do. If he was really going to get a job, he would have done it when he was on the verge, supposedly, of going to jail because of his child support shit. Remember this one. This is very prescient. This is a golden message. And of course, the Killing Joke says, don't believe anything you hear and only half of what you see. What you're going to see momentarily, just believe half of it. And that's all you need to believe. He goes on, AP has to have it driven in whenever it can be that he is a deadbeat trying to tell people how to be men. Really? He has to be reminded of it? Oh, okay. Let's see if we can do that for Tonka. He goes on to say, not because it want it to give him a cardiac. That would make me sad individual. Whatever. This one's from the thumbnail. No deadbeats allowed. Sorry. Rules is rules. He won't let AP into the Kumite Discord. Because there is a strict rule, folks. No deadbeats allowed. Pay for your kids or stay the fuck out of here. Oh my gosh. We shall see if this rule is still in effect. I don't know. I don't know, folks. All right. He just has no defense to being a deadbeat. Everyone hates that deadbeat. He lies about everything and time. This is actually gold. Let's just read this one. This is why everyone hates that deadbeat. He lies about everything and times out anyone speaking truth on him. God damn it, AP. Fucking deadbeat. Lying about everything and timing out people who call you out on your bullshit. God, who would do that? Who would do such a thing? He goes on to say, AP hates anyone who brings up him being a deadbeat. Gosh. Fucking AP. What? A piece of shit. Doesn't like people calling him a deadbeat. This one's not important. Just more of the same. This one's interesting. AP keeps fucking around, and I'll go fuck his wife and make his kids walk me to the ring. What? You're gonna fuck his wife? I will assume that's non-consensual. This is exactly what Worski said about Vamp, by the way. He made some comment that he was gonna... we don't have to get into it, whatever. Blossom says, film it. And Vamp says his ex-wife has a new man. She got someone who can actually support them. Well, there you go. Gotta make... Oh, okay, here we go. This is Blossom. She ends up tweeting over at AP. All cut up on child support? Nice, bro. Congrats. She did it. She took the orders. Good on you, Blossom. Taking it straight to the man. Calling him out for being a deadbeat. As your leader commanded. Here we go. The devil. Paying your child support is a point of being a good person. I agree. Listen to that fucking snake try to come in and use this to push himself up as a good person. After what he did to everyone around him, trying to get a push from someone who couldn't push him. I don't even have to bother with AP. The Reaper will do my bidding on that one. Well, there you go. It's good to know that we all agree. Paying your child support is a point of being a good person. $1,000 won't even pay AP's child support. You know what $1,000 will do, though? It'll pay for your bail once you get arrested. I don't know why I mentioned that. This is how you miss more child support payments, for fuck's sake. Just keeps on going on. Oh. They're going on about something that AP said on Twitter. The devil says, I couldn't look myself in the mirror typing some shit like that. I would literally choose to kill myself rather than type out that shit. Akujin said, I said something about child support, and he said I took care of my kids, and I said, except when Tonka did, and the rest is there. Sad. Good boy! Good boy, Coochie Bear! He did it! Tonka goes on to say, you can never speak to anyone else about being a man when they paid your child support because you couldn't take care of your responsibilities and were just going to go to jail like a fucking idiot. Is that the rule? You can never speak to anyone else about being a man when they paid your child support because you couldn't take care of your responsibilities and you were just going to go to jail like a fucking idiot? Well, I wonder if that rule is still in effect. Coochie Bear, also a severe slap in the face. Not only would I be ashamed to admit that, but I'd have a lot of humility and gratitude to the man who paid $1,300 for my kids when I couldn't. And the devil says, imagine being that pathetic. Imagine it. Do you really have to imagine it, Tonka? Akujin says $1,300 US for your kids is far from nothing. It's true. And the devil says, can't pay child support or a $20 bet you make. What a guy. Akujin, he wouldn't bet me it was a gimme. He moneyed me back him offer. I don't know. He did it to his kids, says Tonka. Why wouldn't he do it to you? Well, there it is. There it goes. Why wouldn't he do it to you? I don't know. Let's get into it, folks. So now you know. This is Tonka's feelings on deadbeat dads. I'm glad we have it. So let's answer the question that y'all came here to find out. Is Tonka Saw a deadbeat dad? Oh my God. What we have here right now is an order for service and return. It's an order for a hearing that Michael Pilkington was scheduled to appear for. I only include this because the notes are interesting. They go to the door at 3 p.m. No answer. A couple days later, they go back No answer. It says elderly lady states that Michael will return tomorrow. I guess that was Gano who answered the door. Oh, my Robbie, he'll be here tomorrow. So they come back tomorrow or the next day, and again, no answer at the door. It got so bad that the prosecutor, if that's what you call it, they actually had to hire a detective to find Robbie Michael Pilkington. This is the invoice for the detective agency. $175 to find Robbie Pilkington to make him show up to court. All right. Fair enough. It's a hard guy to find. All right, what we have here is an order scheduling paternity. The plaintiff, Laura, whose date of birth is la 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 la. I'll have this all posted in my Discord for anybody who wants it. But this is just to, they're scheduling a paternity. And we find out later that indeed did happen. They did do a paternity test. Because we have this. This is an order establishing paternity and setting the amount of child support. Plaintiff Laura, defendant Michael Pilkington. Yada, yada, yada. After finding the evidence, they decide or they rule that those are indeed his children. Fucking crazy. The amount of hoops that Laura had to jump through to get money to help her raise or help her take care of those kids. It's astonishing. Poor girl. But anyway, here we go. The names of the children are here. Drake, Jet, Jackson. And the defendant is ordered to pay the sum of $418.50 per month, commencing on January of 2012. Well, there you go. So does he have kids? Yes, he has kids. Did he need to pay child support? They decided he did. But I'm sure, based on what we read from those AP Discord leaks, I'm sure he did the responsible thing and got himself a job so he could take care of his kids. That's the right thing to do. We all agree. Uh-oh. It's already going off the rails. Here's a contempt petition for non-payment of support. It didn't take long, folks. Turns out in April, 2 months later, he'd already skipped out, and he owed $785.91. So he didn't take care of it just yet. That's okay. All right. Fine. Everybody can get behind on child support. I understand. It's perfectly fine. It happens. Why do I have this one here? Oh, okay. I remember why I have this one here. A lot of these documents, I don't know what the fuck they are. A lot of the story, in fact, I don't know what it is. So you have to piece it together for yourselves or don't. This is only here to provide the proof that everybody was wanting. But I like this note at the bottom. Michael Pilkington has moved to somewhere in Atlanta, Georgia. When he calls, they will inform him of this court date. Apparently, they couldn't find him again. And his mom and Grandma Gano, they just don't know where he was. He's somewhere in Atlanta. He's got to put up a bat signal to find this guy. He'll call. He'll call eventually. Well, they did find him. They did find him eventually. Well, yeah, this is a certificate of cash bond for Michael Pilkington because he was indeed arrested. And it certifies that Tonka's mom, some of you already know her name, but I have crossed it out because I am not a dirty doxer, has posted with the clerk's office to court the sum of $1,000. $1,000. Mommy, get me out of this place. Mommy. Okay, I'll get you out of this jam. My sweet darling son. $1,000? That's not even enough to pay AP's child support. Oh my God. So sad. Here we got a child support obligation income statement affidavit. This is interesting. This is interesting, folks. This is basically to establish that you have a job, so you can pay your child support. Now, he's anticipated to have a job at Mellow Mushroom. Now, for you guys that don't know, I had to look it up. Mellow Mushroom is a pizza place that he was anticipated to have a job at in the soon with the quickness. But until then, what is his employment income? Self-employment income? Other employment-related income? Other non-employment related income? Unemployed! Just fucking written right there. You gotta think this person had a sense of humor. Just fucking unemployed. And it's signed by Robbie Pilkington. He saw that and he was like, all right, I'll sign it. Yeah, that's true. I'm a fucking... I know. I'm gonna get that job over at Mushroom House. Mellow Mushroom. We'll get it all squared away in the soon. Don't you worry. Here's an income withholding paperwork. It's mildly interesting. They're gonna take out money from his income. You know how that goes. Yada yada yada. The only thing interesting about it is the third page. Because apparently he did get a job. He got a job at Schuster Enterprises Incorporated. Oh my God. What is Schuster Enterprises Incorporated? Let's look it up. Schuster Enterprises Incorporated. That's Burger King. Hey, listen, I'm not going to go after anybody for getting an honest job, flipping burgers, whatever. But you know who will? You know who will? Tonka will. I remember the stream where Emmy went on the stream to talk about something. And Tonka asked, well, what kind of job do you have? And she said that she was a waitress. And then Tonka went on to berate her for being a burger flipper. I thought that was uncalled for. That's what this guy does. We all know it. But did you know that it was massive projection? Eduardo says, flipping burgers is a step up from being a YouTube personality. I think so. Hey, Doc's Burger King. It's true. All right, let's see what else we got. We're almost done. Okay, here we go. An order of rear. Some of this court stuff, I just don't know. Anyway, contempt, non-payment of support. Oh my God. He didn't pay again? What happened? What happened to the Burger King job? Tonka, no! All right, let's see how far back he got again. I'm sure he only missed a few payments. Let's see. He missed wait, 14 payments? 14 payments? What the fuck? Totaling $3,955.22. 14 payments. People helping me out with the pronunciation in the chat. Thank you. Hopefully I'll never have to say that word ever again. $4,000. Well, doggy. Now we're having a good time and we're laughing about this. And that's fine. But I want you to consider something real quick. This is what Laura had to go through to get money. She had to keep on going to court. She had to keep on doing this bullshit. Because Tonka, remember the guy that was berating AP for being behind in child support? The man he helped pay child support, by the way. It almost seems like this guy's a full of shit guy, right? It almost seems like that, right? Do we have anything else? I think that's it. Oh, wait. We got the arrest report. This is the arrest report for Michael Robert Pilkington. I think you guys can see it pretty well. Let's go down, see if there's anything interesting. Race? Look at that. Look at that real quick. You know, what is that? What is that? A W? Should be an I. Or an NA for Native American. I don't know. They got that wrong. Maybe it's not even the real Robbie Pilkington. Maybe I've got it all wrong. Everything else checks out, though. 6'1". His weight is 180. Got brown eyes and black hair. All right. 86, born in 86. Okay. Age 26. All right. Oh, wait. Occupation. What's that? What is that? Well, on his arrest report, his occupation is professional wrestler. It wasn't in anything else. It wasn't in any employment information. But he's a self-employed professional wrestler. Well, there you go. What else is here? Did he resist arrest? No, he didn't do that. He was sober. He's not a drunk like me. That's for sure. Any injuries? Was he armed? No. They just took him in. Why did they arrest him? It was a warrant. Was he arrested before? Was he arrested before? Yes. Oh my gosh. I wonder why. I wonder if there are documents talking about that initial arrest. I don't know. I don't have them, by the way. This is it. This is all I got. That's all I got, guys. Can I be convinced to look at all the other shit? No, absolutely not. This is it. I'm not doing another drama bullshit stream ever again. I've made my point. Now, just so you know, if this is the same Robbie Pilkington, here's his driver's license details. This isn't anything. Just some more Photoshop from the Photoshop kid himself. Paintbrush strikes again. Just so we know, we're talking about the same Michael Robert Pilkington. He doesn't look like a They Live character, but that's the one we know. He did have a driver's license, apparently, at one time. Funny thing about when you don't pay your child support, eventually they get really, really pissy, and they'll take away your driver's license. I have his new, I won't put it on screen, but I have his new identification card. He gave it to me, by the way, to prove that a bit of a long story. Not really. But there was a stream a while back, I was on it, and he explained what happened with the fight. Why did he do a name change? Now, the reason he did a name change... Oh, shit. Do I have that? Give me 1 second. See if I have that. Let Tonka explain it himself. I didn't expect to do this one. It's fine, though. We'll do that. Nice and big, so everyone can see it. Oh, my God. The idea was to make them think they were right because the ones who said it knew they were wrong. That's why he changed his name. Because, well, we'll go on. I would just request the name be read. The announcer will ask before the fight at one of the meetings. It would be a thing where they are thinking these idiots got something right, but the doxers know they didn't get it right. Are you following? Are you following, guys? It was just a funny thing I was doing on the side of the fight. I was such a dick and mean to people in that time. I wanted the fight to be fun for them in some ways. No, he did it for the people. So yeah, okay, so he changed his name. This is the story. He changed his name to Michael Robert Pilkington because that's what the trolls thought his name was. So he was going to ask the announcer, instead of saying Tonka saw, they were going to say Michael Robert Pilkington. And then in this fantasy, follow me, folks. This is what happens. And then once they call out the name Michael Robert Pilkington, all the trolls, all these people digging in to his information that know that that's not his name. They know this. They are going to have egg on their face. That's why he did it. I can believe that. But wait, why did in 2011, why did Amy Haven call him Robbie Pilkington? Why did that happen? Oh my God, guys. This is master trolling, guys. We are witnessing the greatest wrestling angle ever devised. It's all part of the plan, folks. Trust the plan. You got that, Kumatard guys? It all makes sense. It all makes sense, guys. Anyway, that's the end of the screenshots. I've done it. I've proved it. Does Tonka have kids? Yes. He has 3 kids that I know about. Now, people say he has 4 kids. Probably does. But am I going to be searching through documents to find that other child? No, I'm not going to do that. I don't care. Poor girl. Poor ladies. There you go. But why did I have to do this? Seems pretty petty. I got a petty thing to do. To somebody who I was friendly with, by the way. It must be said. Killing Joke says, well, gonna have to take a drink. Oh, careful. Careful with that alcohol. It'll turn you into a bum and a loser. Staying up all night, photoshopping, court documents. Just because of a Discord role? Oh my God. All right. So why did I have to do it? I don't know. I'll tell you. It is because he pissed me off, folks. I'm going to do a setup. I'm going to set this up real quick. You don't need to see this. It's not important. It's just the audio is important. Let me set this up real quick. So a while back, this is months ago, apparently the Tonkatards were doing this stream about this guy named I Bully Bullies. I don't know who this guy is. He's probably a piece of shit. Who knows? But what happened is they decided to raid his Discord and give him some shit. But what also happened is people from my Discord raided the I Bully Bullies Discord as well. I had no idea. At this point, I was so out of the loop, they didn't even invite me to go raiding with them. I had no idea. For those who don't know, I have been working on a video game. And I have to tell you, it's the most creatively enthralling thing that I've ever done. I love it. I love it. So no, I don't want to do drama streams. I don't want to get into all that bullshit. But for a while, I was lost to all this. So what happens when these dastardly villains from my Discord go into this other server and start causing trouble. Let's watch this video. Hold on, guys. I don't think the audio is working. Ugh. Wonder what's going on. Oh, I know what's going on. Give me 1 second. Not coming out of my headphones.
Because
Boomer
that's
stream.
something to use against me.
Oh, let's back it up.
And go through withdrawals on a daily basis. Fuck.
Yeah. Someone decided to bring up the fact that I am an alcoholic as that's something to use against me.
That's what they did. These fucking dastardly villains from my Discord. They go in and they call a Kujin an alcoholic. Fucking hell.
Oh,
You're a person who overcame your addiction to alcohol.
Yeah, I mean,
versus a group of people who fucking sit there. You watch a guy fucking drink night after fucking night after fucking night, wishing that his life was something other than taking care of the more successful family members he has responsibilities.
What the fuck? What did I do? What did I do, folks? Had nothing to do with it. But now he's going after me. I didn't do shit. Now, apparently, I'm a guy who streams every night, drinking myself senseless. I have to tell you, when this stream happened, when they did this talk, I hadn't streamed for like 3-4 months. And when I did stream before that, it was sporadically. And were they drunk streams? Yes, they were. Because I have to tell you, drinking and streaming go hand in hand for me. It must be said. Does that mean I'm an alcoholic? I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. Does everyone who drinks, are they alcoholics? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's continue. They're going to bash me some more. Let's see what happens.
Get real with yourselves, losers. You've had 2 years to get this through your thick fucking skulls. Get it through. You are losers.
They're losers.
I don't even think he does the streams anymore where he gets drunk.
And then Kairu Koloski, meekly, like a little church mouse. I don't even think he does the streams. Setting the record straight.
He shouldn't bother.
Yeah, I don't think streams anymore.
I think he's too drunk to do those streams. However,
that's it. That's what it is. The reason I don't stream anymore is because I'm too drunk to stream. That's what it is. I'll tell you something, though. Drunk Davis can operate OBS. Drunk Davis can operate the Discord and all the things it takes to do a stream. You know who can't? Sober Tonka. This guy is the fucking laziest dude on the internet. Could he stream by himself? Probably. You remember that apology stream he did for the fight? Streamed it by himself. Couldn't figure out a damn thing. Audio was fucking whisper. I don't know. That's the funny thing. Akujin produces the show. He has to have Akujin on the other side of the world wake up at what, 3 in the morning, so he can produce the Tonky Time show, where all they do is talk about Augie and Bo Blacks and all these other youngsters. Let's talk about that for 1 second. The idea of going after these kids, I call them kids because I'm an old man. But the idea that that Tonka, who at 26 years old had 3 kids, possibly 4, and was not paying his child support. You're going to go after 20-something-year-olds? Really? That's what you're going to do? Dear God. Tipster too, yeah, tipster. Got to go after that guy.
I have managed to stop drinking and improve my life.
He did it! He stopped drinking, folks. Congratulations, actually, are in order for Akujin. That's great. You stopped drinking. Am I going to stop drinking? Nah, I'm going to keep drinking. I like drinking.
Why don't you guys start trying to do something like that? Get off my dick.
Hold on.
Stop
Here's
obsessing
something
over
they
me.
can't say. Akujin has a woman.
Nobody else has women. It's true. It must be said. I love that, though. I love that. It must have made old Coogie Bear feel all warm inside. His tummy got all warm. Here's something they can't say. Akujin as a woman. Oh my God. The ultimate Chad. Let's say this real quick. I'm going to say this real quick. And it's not to it's not to harp on anybody. Online relationships are a thing. It's fine. I'm not going to come down on anybody for having an online relationship. Whatever. But you have to know this one thing. People who are actually in real physical relationships where they see each other and they get to have sex and kiss each other, when they hear about your online relationship, it's a bit like those dog mommies. Oh, I don't have babies. I have fur babies. I have fur babies. You don't really have a baby though. Oh, he's my baby. He's my little cuddles. Yeah, but it's not the same. It's not really the same. Online relationships are not the same thing as real physical relationships. There's all sorts of problems with them. One of them is you fill in gaps. It's kind of like a parasocial thing. It's fraught with problems. But whatever. At least Tonka is in a real relationship. This is true. He sees his woman once a year. He's a real man, folks. It must be said. Let's go on.
Akujin has things he has to do every day.
Akujin has things to do every day. He's got to produce this fucking show at 3 a.m.
Akujin got past being an alcoholic.
He did it.
A Kujin is not a loser like you.
No, he's not a loser. He's a Chad. He's a fucking cool guy. It's true. It must be said. Can't we all, as Sisu says, hashtag be like a Kujin? Can't we do that? I don't know. I think you guys are too big of losers for that. No one has girlfriends. Except a Kujin. And the Tonky Time crowd. All Chads. All Chads.
Yeah, he's a different kind of loser.
He's a good egg.
He's a good egg.
It's like the thing that always kills me with these people. Oh, I'm gonna go on this person who is visibly better off than me.
A Kujin. Visibly better off. What? Visibly? Really? Visibly? I don't know. I'll have to check his court records too.
You can just look at them and tell that they've got more going on. That's who I'm gonna go at, and I'm gonna say that they wish that I had. They wish they had something going on like me.
Well, that was the thing.
Like losing a Discord role being the biggest fucking thing that's happened in your life in 2 years.
That Discord role again. That's what happened. Someone lost a Discord role, and now they're salty.
It's pretty sad. That's really fucking
It's so
crazy.
sad.
I mean, that was the thing when I seen it. I thought going at me being an alcoholic, yeah, that's something I've spoken about quite a few times. I've been open and honest about the fact that I had a problem. I fucking did.
He's got no more problems now. 'Cause he's got a woman.
Something about it.
He did it.
You didn't cry about it for 2 years?
Well, I worked on it for many years, but it's no longer an issue.
It's no longer an issue. He's climbed that hill.
Why don't you
I
tell us how
mean,
many
me
years?
being an alcoholic is a success story.
It is a success story.
Everyone is
Kind of,
born.
yeah.
Everyone has their own cross to bear. All right, everybody in life, you've got your own version of a burden that you have to bear at the end of the day.
Everybody has a burden. Some burdens are bigger than others. Some people have a hefty weight. $4,000 weight. Oh my God. It's so true, isn't it?
I can't remember how the song goes right now, but everyone has something that you have to overcome.
Every rose has its thorn.
And
Oh, that's not the one.
one of the things that I had, I've successfully gotten past it.
You know how he did it? He swapped out one addiction for another.
And not a lot of people are able to say that.
So true,
Yeah.
It takes
Blossom.
a lot of
That's
self, or what's the fucking word? Self.
What a
Self-control.
A
Yeah.
loser out here achieving a goal. Holy shit.
All right.
Go for them goals, folks.
You know what you should be doing? Crying about having a Discord role for 2 fights.
Discord roll. It's true. You keep saying it. Must be true.
in years.
Yes. In a server with a guy who drinks himself stupid every fucking time he's on a stream.
Every time. Every time, folks.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Fucking wakes people up in the middle of the night calling them because he's crying about how pathetic his fucking life is.
Oh my God.
Whew.
What's that? I call people in the middle of the night crying about how pathetic my life is. Oh my God. Do we have to go into that? Am I going to go into that? Oh, fuck it. I'll get into it. This is what actually makes me mad. A little bit mad. Okay. So I used to do a morning show, and I had to stop the morning show because my father had a stroke, and I needed to take care of him. And there was a time where I didn't think he was going to make it, and it was very sad. And I needed someone to talk to. So I asked Blossom if I could call her. I didn't wake anybody up. Blossom had told me that she had taken care of her grandfather. So I thought I'd talk to her about it. And in that conversation, I did cry. It was a very emotional thing. And I'll tell you what, I'll tell you another thing about it. It was, it helped. It helped a lot to talk about those things. It was a real bad time. But my father did recover, and he's better now. I mean, he's still immobile, and I still take care of him to this day. Now, I want you to consider this. That phone call, that private phone call with Blossom, where I was in a state, to bring that up, to have a go at me, is so fucking ghoulish. I can't even tell you. So yeah, you got my attention. So congrats. Here we are. This is the shit he brings up because some other people went into a Discord that they themselves were raiding and called a Kujin an alcoholic. So what does he do? What does Tonka do? He comes after me. And he brings up fucking shit like that. So fuck him. We'll continue though.
Ooh, that's fumble.
No.
Glad I missed all that.
No. There ain't nothing
Glad I missed all that.
wrong with pointing that out. Fuck that loser.
Nothing wrong with pointing that out. Fuck that loser.
Glad I missed all that out.
Fucking send out calls in the middle of the fucking night, having a cry about how pathetic your life is and how you know that nobody loves you and it's never going to get any better for you.
Is that it? That's what the call was about? Blossom is on this stream. She could set the record straight, but she's not going to. That's what kind of person Blossom is.
But then you got the fucking nerve to go at other people about their shit. You fucking losers.
It's so funny, right, Blossom? It's so funny. It's so cute and funny. These losers, right? It's a good thing there's no losers on the Tonky Time stream, right?
Get fucking real with yourselves. Some of you ain't got much time left.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, shit.
It's so funny. I'm 45 years old, by the way. Les, the other guy that's on the stream, he's got grandkids. As you saw earlier, Brian Reck, or Bohemian, whatever his name is, he's 48. What's Killing Joke? How old is he? I wonder about that. That's the thing I wonder about, is when you go after me for being an old guy at 45 years old, that's fine. But what does that say to everyone else? How does that mirror work? What do those people think? Yeah, Davis is old. But not me. Not me. I'm not old. I'm different. I'm special. I don't get it. Let's go on.
And elderly alcoholics don't have the best fucking survival rate. You know what I mean?
That's true.
True.
No, I mean, that was another thing that was brought up, that I'm in some sort of AA circle. But that's one of the things you'll learn in AA, that people don't survive forever.
That's one of the things you learn in AA? Fuck, I need to get involved in AA. I didn't know people didn't live forever. I'll tell you, I drink beer, by the way. I don't drink liquor. I drink Bud Light. Expose me for that. If you're going to expose me for that. Drinking shit beer. I'm going to get canceled for that.
Especially when they start getting up in the years, it becomes increasingly more dangerous.
Oh, it's true.
It could also probably help to stop thirsting after girls in their fucking 20s.
Oh,
when you're fucking elderly. Get your ass to the nursing home. Find a girl your fucking speed.
That's another thing they're going to bring up. Me thirsting after. I assume they're talking about Blossom. I'll tell you this just briefly. That was a meme that would continue to go on, because I used to every once in a while hop on Blossom's Twitch channel. We had a lot of good times. Hey, I was a Blossom fan. I'll tell you just briefly why I like Blossom, and it's not because I wanted to fuck her or anything like that. This whole idea that you can't have female friends is all pop culture bullshit. I've had female friends all my life. I don't have to fuck my female friends. But Blossom is a bit of a flirt. And that's all it is. It's just flirt. It's just flirting. Now, do I flirt back? Of course, I'm a bit of a flirt myself. It doesn't mean anything. But Blossom's one of those types of people who's like, yeah, she'll flirt, but if you flirt back, later on they'll be like, oh, he wants to fuck me. What? No, I don't want to fuck Blossom. But I'll tell you this. Blossom, she told me in private DMs that she was going to fly me to Canada once I had the time, and that Blood Toker would fly me back. She was going to pay for my travel to Canada so we could hang out in real life. Is that something you would do for some fucking creepy old man? Doesn't seem like it, right? But whatever. How things change. We'll continue.
Lie to her about how much experience you have doing anything other than doodling.
Oh, wait, whoa. Let's go back to that. This is my favorite part.
Fucking elderly. Get your ass to the nursing home. Find a girl your fucking speed. Lie to her about how much experience you have doing anything other than doodling.
Lie to her about how much experience you have doing anything but doodling. I'm a doodler, folks. I'm a doodler. Let's see my doodles real quick. Let's just check it out. Let's just look at my doodles. Just doodles, folks. Just doodles. This is what I was doing in New York. When I was 26, I was in New York painting pictures on the street. We don't have to get into my story, but just to juxtapose it, When I was Tonka's age, what Tonka is aged right now, I was living in Manhattan at the Chelsea Hotel, pictured on screen. One of the most expensive places in the world. I was there doodling, I guess. Sold every painting. Sold everything. But that's neither here nor there. But it is a good example, though. I mean, think about this. It is demonstrably true that I am a skilled painter, but he has to say that I'm just a doodler. Isn't that weird? I don't know. I don't have an art degree, so whatever. It's probably true. All right, let's go back to the video. See what else I do wrong. How much more do we have? About 4 more minutes.
Maybe you could find some strung out, mess of a woman in AA, You'd have something in common. You could talk about
then
something.
Maybe you'll be able to move out of your parents' house in your 60s.
Oh, there we go. Maybe you can move out of your parents' house. This is another one. Like that age thing. Tonka always loves to bring this up with people. Oh, what do you live with your mommy and daddy? There's let me name the co-host real quick. Alex is a co-host on the show. He lives with his parents. Nothing wrong with that. Whatever. Vamp lives with her mother. Right? There's people in the chat. Thrax, he lives at home. There's nothing wrong with that. We live in a different economic time than we did before. I moved back to the house that I grew up in to take care of my father. He knows this. But anything to get a dig on, right? Well, there you go. We'll continue.
Fuck.
Fuck is right.
This is what I mean. It's impossible for them to bother me because I know too much about you.
Is that right? Oh my gosh. He knows too much about me. He knows I'm a doodler and a drunk and I thirst after young women. Tongue wagging while I do it.
You are non-factors in my life, and I don't give a fuck about anything that you do. Because holy shit, how can anyone care about what you do?
It's true.
That's why they can go around and follow everybody if they want to. They want to follow you guys, or they went around and tried to fucking say a bunch of crazy shit about Ninja.
Whoa! Hold on. This is gold. This is gold. They went around and they said a bunch of shit about Ninja. Let me just explain what that's about real quick. This is what happened. Ninja was having this is a viable ninja, by the way. He's a loyal Kumatard, one of the loyalist guys around. This is what happened. He was arguing with Fowl, also an ex-co-host of the Kumite, and he was going after Fowl in my Discord. And at some point, it gets brought up that Fowl says something to the effect that Ninja was sending him all sorts of gay DMs. That was weird. It almost got right past me, but I was like, wait, hold on. Ninja was doing what now? Explain yourself, Ninja. And this is what Ninja said. He said he was faking being a homosexual because no one trusted Fowl and he was trying to get something over on him. I'm paraphrasing. But that's essentially what he said. And I got to tell you, that shit is heinous. For it to be misconstrued into we made something up about Ninja. There's a stream that I have on this channel called Did a Kumite Pay Pig try to out a gay person or a gay co-host? It's on the channel. What had happened is that I told Fowl, I was like, well, let's do a stream tonight, and send me send me whatever DMs you have that that Ninja sent you. Fowl sends me the DMs like 5 minutes before we go live, so I didn't have a chance to look over them. So we read them for the first time on stream, and it is so it's so obvious that that Ninja is a homosexual. And what's funny about that is, like, on the show on the Kumite previously, Akujin was having a go at Fowl. He said something to the effect, "Did you hear that that Fowl is gay?" And snickers about it. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Nothing wrong with being gay. You're gonna go after a guy for being gay? That's not even the guy. It's a viable ninja chatting up Fowl. Man, those fucking DMs are fucking gold mine. Vakala says a mountain of DMs. Oh, it was a lot. There were things like a viable ninja saying, "You shouldn't fall asleep around me or you're going to wake up with my dick in your mouth." That kind of shit. And I don't know. I don't know, Fowl. I mean, Fowl just put up with it. He ignored all the gay shit up to a point where even Ninja points out, "Wait, are you ignoring all the gay shit?" I don't know why I continued to keep up the conversation. I guess it was just out of politeness. But that's what that's about. We didn't make up anything about Ninja. Ninja is seriously a fucked up dude. There's nothing wrong with being gay. It's perfectly fine. Dear God. Just real quick, I saw this go by. Exceptional Detective says, "How do I contact you about doing some image work for me?" You can hit me up on Twitter. I probably, I don't know. It depends on what it is. I generally don't take on commissions. I'm so into what I'm doing now. I don't know if we'll see. If it's cool, I'll do it. All right, let's go back to the video.
Try to say a bunch of crazy shit about it, and nobody cares what you say. These are...
Oh, you don't even know my Twitter. Hold on. Put my Twitter in here, guys. You guys can follow me back if you want. I'm not going to be doing anything like this. I feel bad for the people that have recently subscribed. This is not going to be another stream like this. Let's continue.
Obsessive losers.
Obsessive
and they've been
losers.
that way for 2 fucking years.
Oh my God.
Over a Discord role.
Over a Discord role.
As sad as I Bully Bullies is, as sad as the man that we've shown you today is, imagine there being a group of them, all having a group coping session over one of them losing a Discord role.
That's what it is.
In 2019.
That's what it is.
Imagine if it was like that.
It's got to be that.
I don't want to live in that world.
You don't have to, Lost.
You already do, lady.
Pathetic.
I'm sorry, lady, but you already do.
I know.
That's why.
It's not helping my headache.
So I'll tell you, everybody can get ill about anything that anybody does. You can give a fuck if you want to, but I find it impossible to give a fuck about people who are this pathetic.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
you can say whatever you want to about like the goofy fucking kids. Even the goofy fucking kids aren't as pathetic as Sisu.
What kids? Oh, the commentary kids. we gotta make those points very clear now. I want you talking like that about the little ones.
The goofy fucking kids aren't as pathetic as Davis.
What? I'm more pathetic than the commentary kids? There you go. Relevant again, as Toxic Dub says.
Yeah, well, eventually, you know, I did leave the server, and I'm not going to think about Sisu again until he again inserts himself into my life forcefully, like an unwanted penis.
I'd actually forgot about that little group or whatever, and then I was like, wait, why are
they
why
still
can't-
exist?
Yeah,
They will watch this show until the last fucking episode, motherfucker. Don't mistake
Oh,
it.
it's true.
It's
Yeah.
They
fucking
will be
sad,
here
dude.
until the end.
Slathering while we do it. Just filled with hate.
It's sad. It really is.
Don't kid yourself. They
It's so
will
sad.
be here until the end. Just like Augie is here until the end.
Till
Just
the
like Tipster. He's
He's got to name him. Just like Augie, just like Tipster.
here until the end. Just like Bo Blacks. Fuck
Oh,
anybody who
Max.
doesn't like us. They watch every day for some reason.
It's true. It must
They
be
weren't
said.
such pieces of
Every
shit.
day.
You could feel bad for how sad they are.
They're all pieces of shit. They're all pieces of shit. But you know what? Not a one of those people, as far as I know, unless Augie has been getting busy, none of them have 3 children and owe child support. I don't have kids. Or do I? I'll tell you what I do. I call my beer my children. They're my little beer buddies, my beer babies. That's why I drink. I have to drink my beer, bubby. Sorry, I can't do it. Irate Prostate says, is Bella Blossom? No, Bella Ballerina is a Cooch's girlfriend. As far as I know, that's what I think. That's what I've been told. I don't know. Ugh, I wish I had a beer baby right now.
Oh no, it's fine. Like people watch things on the internet. That's fine. But that doesn't mean
There you go.
there's no obligation for me to like any of these people. And that's where all of it faltered.
That's what it is. Oh my gosh. I just want you to like me, Donkey. I just want to be friends again.
That's where everything went wrong.
Really? That's where it went wrong?
You don't give some kind of favor to these people, and all of a sudden their lives are completely thrown into a tailspin.
That's what
You're
it is.
supposed to like them, and because you didn't, well, they've got to do whatever they possibly can to justify it in their mind.
It's
So,
true.
You gotta let them do it.
Gotta let him do it.
There are
Well,
people
I'm
who
doing
have
it.
to make it make sense for them, bro.
Yep. Speaking the truth, as Tonka always does. All right, any more of this? I
No.
think
No,
I think we're done.
Is
No.
this making sense? Am I resonating with people?
You're
No,
making
I
sense
get
to
it. I
me.
understand.
On my notes, it says to stop at the 15 mark, but I don't know. Maybe we'll go a little longer.
I think what the kids call it now is cope.
That's
But
coping.
just on a very long-term plan. Like, they have a long-term contingency plan of coping about losing this Discord role. They'll be over it like 2026.
I don't know.
It's
They got a prescription for this copium, and unfortunately this is one of those drugs that is really hard to quit. And these guys, they've been on it for quite a long time.
We're just coping.
I don't see them kicking the habit because they don't even realize they have a problem with copium.
It just becomes more of the same after this, guys. But you get my point. Long story short, that's why I did it. That's why I felt like I had to do this stream, because they just love to throw shit at people. Actually, let's read this. This is a Discord leak that happened around the same time after that stream. Because it's kind of fun too. We won't read all of it. It's a little long. Some of it's kind of stupid. Some of it's fun. Oh man, so many windows open. Rainmaker says, I know like nothing about that Davis dude, but he seems like a cunt. Oh my god. That's the other thing that happens. I was on that show for a year or something. I had the morning show. People would stop by for that. And it was a lot of Kumite people. I was a well-liked part of that show. Now they have to pretend like they don't know me. They have to pretend like if they even paid attention to me at all, it was just to know that I was just a fucking asshole. That's not true. I had a lot of good gags and good times over on that stream. It must be said. I used to do a commentary for his wrestling show as well, and so that was some of my most creative streaming I did for like 3 episodes of that show, and then Vamp killed it by inviting other people on the show that knew too much about wrestling. My whole gimmick was I didn't know shit about wrestling. But anyway, people liked me over there. They want to pretend like they don't, or they. But we'll go on. All right, Bohemian again. This guy, Brian Rick. I'm gonna dox him. He says, "Don't know." He doesn't know. He doesn't know me. He's never heard of me. He says, another dude that got mad at Tonka for being Tonka and was surprised or disappointed by Tonka being Tonka. That's what it is. You figured it out. We're not going to read all of this. Brian Reck goes on to say, I mean, he's not a hate-worthy guy, really. Thank you. I'd have thought living on the streets on New York as an artist would stiffen up the back a bit. What are you talking about? What? Why are they acting like I'm the coward? I don't understand this. I have an open Discord. By the way, anybody's free to join. Anybody can talk to me. My messages are open on Twitter. I don't know why they're acting like that I'm shy about confrontation. It's certainly not the case. Okay, so Tonka says, Davis is mad because he is Davis. There is a reason he uses a 30-year-old profile picture. Oh my God. You're talking about my Twitter profile picture, which there is a reason that I use that. That picture was taken by a dear friend of mine, and it was the last day I was in New York. It's a very sentimental picture. Sometimes people go at me for using that picture because I look young in that one, which I was, and I'm old as fuck now. It must be said. But guys, here I am. I'm not trying to catfish anyone. This is what I look like. I'm old, and I'm dying. I'm an alcoholic. If you are a woman in your 20s, please DM me because I don't know. That's what I'll do to you. Wag my tongue all over your screenshots. All right, let's continue. Patrick says, what is he trying to be? A fucking cowboy? They're talking about my profile picture where I'm wearing a cowboy hat. Brian Wreck Bohemian Brian City says, trying to be chill with no consequences. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to be chill with no consequences. I don't even know what that means. Should there be consequences for being chill? I don't know. It's weird. Rainmaker says, I thought he was a cowboy. They're really fucked up about my cowboy hat. They're laughing about it. Yeehaw! Y'all saying he's not even a real cowboy? Ah, he fake. Nope. Definitive nope right there from Brian. Nope. You know the salsa commercial? That stuff is made in New York City? That. I'll tell you the truth. My cowboy hat, I did buy in New York City. And why I bought it? It's because I paint. I paint on the street. And I needed a hat to keep the sun out of my eyes. Because I would paint buildings. And when you're painting buildings all day, you have to look up. So I needed a hat. And so I was on the search for a hat. And I walked into this shop and I saw that hat. And it was like, it had to be. I put it on and I was like, oh shit. It's one of those moments. It was like, whoa. Even the lady at the store, she was like, that looks great on you. And it does. It must be said. She was like, you look like a real cowboy with that hat. And I was like, how old are you? And she said, 30. I said, not interested. All right, okay, let's see. This guy doesn't understand the joke about paste pecani sauce. We'll continue. All right, then we get confirmation from the devil himself, old Tonka. He isn't a cowboy. He isn't a cowboy. He isn't. Proof. We did it. Mike says that hat shows you. Fuck. It was magical, I must say. But I'm not a cowboy, guys. Oh, fuck. Are they going to do an exposed stream on me? Oof. Now, here we go. So, Tonka continues. He is an art hippie who has never had a job and couch surfed into his elderly years. He now lives with his remaining parent. His remaining parent doesn't have a penny to his name and lives on handouts from his more successful siblings. Literally spent his best times begging for change on the streets of New York. Whoa! He does know a lot about me. Must be said. I have to tell you, everything in this is wrong. He says, he is an art hippie. I'm not an art hippie. I'm a bohemian. Get it right. I'm more of a bohemian than Bohemian Brian. I'll tell you that's true. But I'm not a hippie. I am a bohemian. Who has never had a job. I've had multiple jobs. But now I work as an illustrator and sometimes I paint. Some of you guys know. It's like, guy doesn't paint that much, motherfucker. Nah, it's true. Who has never had a job and couch surfed into his elderly years. As I mentioned before, I lived in New York for a while. I did actually stay at my friend's apartment when I moved there while I was searching for a place. I got a place in Williamsburg, and it was very expensive. I lived there with friends, but it was my place, and it was under my name. And after that, I moved into the Chelsea Hotel, and I was there for 2 years. And then after the housing bust happened, it was very hard to sell painting. So, yeah. Then I moved back to Texas. Got my own place here. Had to move out of it and move back home because I'm a loser and I take care of my dad. But he goes on to say he now lives with his remaining parent. Remaining parent. Both my parents are still alive. But think about this. Why is he bringing this up? Why is that the thing that he's going to bring up? One of your parents is dead. How is that relevant? It just goes to show you Tonka will use anything. His fevered imagination can dredge up to have a go at somebody in his private Discord, by the way. But it's so fucking weird. He goes on to say, doesn't have a penny to his name. Ask Laura about that. And lives on handouts from his more successful siblings. Never got a dime from my brothers. My older brother, he did buy a painting from me, I think it was when I moved to New York. Yeah. It was a good painting. I think I sold it for $500. But no. They haven't given me anything. And literally spent his best times begging for change on the streets of New York. Never begged for change. I sold paintings in New York. You've seen them. Call me a liar and say I didn't sell those paintings, and those paintings didn't sell. It's fine. I'm not going to be able to prove it to you. You'll have to decide on your own. Ah, man. Begging for change. Funny thing about this statement, this thing that Tonka says, it seems like it's now that we know what we know, doesn't it seem like a massive amount of projection? He now lives with his remaining parent. You know who only has one remaining parent? Tonka saw. Couch surfed into his elderly years. You know who does a bit of couch surfing? Trying to get away from his responsibilities? Tonka saw. Doesn't have a penny to his name and lives on the handouts from his more successful siblings. It's interesting that he says siblings. I have brothers. I don't have a sister. You know who has a sister? Literally spent his best times begging for change on the streets of New York. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Let's see what else is here. Rainmaker says, so he's not a content creator, just an e-beggar? These fucking people. If it's not on the internet, They don't understand it. Why, what do you mean? What does he do? Well, he sells paintings. He does commission work. Does all sorts of stuff. Does he do it on the internet? Well, sometimes. Sometimes he does. But I love it. I love it. E-beggar. Do they not know what they're doing? They're talking to one of the fucking all-time greatest e-beggars in the streaming community. That's where Tonka gets its money. And by the way, did I mention this? I probably neglected to mention this. I'm sorry, guys. But Tonka channel is under his grandmother's name. Why does he do that? Why does he do that? Let's think of any reasons. Is it because old Grandma Saw is a fucking great streamer? She is the silence when everybody talks about dead air. It is actually Grandma Saw. Is that what it is? I don't know. There's got to be a reason for it. Is it because all the money goes to Grandma Saw to honor her? Why would you do that? Why would you put all the tax obligations on your grandma rather than just giving her money? I don't know. You know what I think it might be? It might be he's trying to hide his money away from the Alabama Department of Human Resources because they would like to get that money and give it to his kids. That's what I think. But anyway, let's continue reading on. Bohemian Brian says he's a good artist. That part isn't in question. Thank you, Brian. Or it shouldn't be. Not like Rob. Rob! You're going after Rob. I feel bad. I feel like 30% bad for the stream that I did on optic decay. For those that don't know, I did a stream about optic decay and pointed out that he traced a picture. And what I kind of feel bad about is that now all the Kumatards go after Rob and they call him a tracer. He traced like 3 pictures and only one of them was egregious. You can trace, it's fine. But when people are paying you for an image, you shouldn't be tracing. But I pointed out that he was a tracer. Now everybody calls him a tracer. All these fucking idiots call him a tracer. He's never traced again after that. He's done some fine work. In fact, you can tell when he's done fine work. We have a place in the Discord where we sort of catalog his tweets because he shares way too much, and sometimes it's hilarious. But whenever he posts a picture that's really that's actually good, we used to have Kumatards that would go in there, and then they would say it looks like it's traced. It's like, fuck, what do you know about it? You don't have an art degree, not like me and Tonka. Oh shit, I don't have an art degree either. Fuck. Did I get ahead of myself? Tonka said he had an art degree. It's not important. Whatever. Let's get back to this bullshit. Tonka says, you cannot be in your gray hairs drawing for 50s. I don't know what that means. I can't figure it out. Drawing for 50? Does he think that I do commissions at $50 a pop? Because that is not true. Sorry, exceptional detective. It's going to be a little bit more than that. It's fine if you have something else, but that's not the issue. Not a one of these people ever have anything else. Well, that's what it is. Bohemian Brian. Yeah, like many others, he seemed cool, but then he'd go at some people, then act allergic to confrontation. I don't know what he's talking about. I have no clue. And get mad on behalf of people like Sisu. That's that's what it is. You say anything about Sisu? Any of you guys? I will get you. T-Clip says, imagine thinking artists retire. Yeah, we don't retire. We continue to go on till we can't do it anymore. It goes on. It's just odd, like treating a snake like a snake is a sin. Oh, that's what it is. Snake rat. All right. The devil, Tonka, says, he is just the type to think that if he likes it, then you should too. And if you do not, it bothers the fuck out of him. I don't care. I don't care if you like things that I don't like. He's making reference to something that I won't even get into. It's pretty funny, but I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Bohemian Brian says, I got that vibe too. Ah, he got it too. Tonka goes on. Movies, people, actions, etc. Actions. If I don't like your actions, I'll go at you. There's some actions I don't like. It's true. Like trying to get something over on someone by pretending to be gay. I don't like those actions. That's true. Not paying your child support. I don't like that. As far as movies, I don't care if people like movies. People, I don't care if anybody likes people. He goes on. If you didn't line up with him, then he was going to have a cry about it. Probably call someone in the middle of the night. I once pointed out that if you didn't know the guy who made Ren and Stimpy was a pedo, but you knew about Matt Jarbo, maybe your priorities are shit and you spend too much time being a dork on the internet. Yeah, I remember that. It was a stupid point. And he goes on, he says, dude got huffy as shit and left the show that day, and he didn't shut up about it for a week. Truth flips these people the fuck out. That is made up. I probably did leave the show, and I was probably, I don't know. I was probably, I know I didn't like that take. But this whole thing about not shutting up for a week, you're going to need a citation on that one. And usually pretty easy going, as most people can attest to. Partly because I'm always drunk. And Bohemian Brian says, artists are clearly off the table, though, unless it's Rob, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what he's saying. Is that, he thinks I'm like, don't go after artists. Is that what that is? I don't know. Ugh. So anyway, yeah, that's, this is what goes on in their Discord when they think no one is screen capping. One of the things they say is that nobody likes me. Nobody likes me. I'll tell you, there are people that do, and those are the people that send me all this shit. So big thanks to them for sending me stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to say their names. I will say this. Don't go looking for them. Don't try any weird things trying to figure out who it is. You want those people to stay there. They're good people. And you would be sad to lose them, I think. All right. Let me check my notes real quick. See if we missed anything. All right. Oh, man. Do we want to take a break? How long have we been going? 2 hours. I thought I'd get done with the first part in at least an hour. Wow. Let's talk about the other thing that they go against me about. And that's doxing. That I have doxes in my server. A bunch of Kumatards left my server because one day this guy named Cliffy, I won't say his full name. It's not his real name, by the way. I gotta get a drink. Just water, guys. Or is it? So this guy Cliffy, he posts this Twitter from this guy named Greatest Goyim, and it has the names of 3 people on it. It says, Tonka is Robbie Pilkington. Vamp Candy is Jennifer, and it says the last name. And Joachim Hawk, or Joachim Hawk, however you want to pronounce his name, is, what did it say? Ugh. What's the other one? Something Wallace, right? Now, I knew that the Joachim Hawk thing was not true, because Vamp actually told me what his real name is. And I guess Vamp would know for whatever reason. Now, Tonka told me that he only changed his name to Robbie Pilkington to go after the trolls. So I knew that wasn't a dox. But Vamp Candy's name, I don't know her last name. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. But a lot of people seem to think that that's her name. She got doxxed a while back. The story is she was doxxed by Liz Reptile. That's what I was told. Fucking dog is laying on my lights right now. The big boy. But yeah, that's the story. I don't know. Liz Reptile, maybe if she's still here, she can confirm it or not. But she says that she was doxxed by Liz Reptile after she invited Liz to become a Facebook friend. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? They just love. See, Liz says I did not dox her. Well, somebody did. Maybe it was me. Who knows? That's the story, though. That's the thing about the Kumite. If you don't know, they are massive victims about the whole doxing thing. There was one day on the Optic Decay show, the Morning Decay, Alex goes into the chat and he says hi, and Broski gets all into a huff, and he says the name Kevin, alluding to the fact that he knows the full name of Water Jabbers because Water Jabbers used to give him money. There ain't a dirtbag on this side of the internet that Water Jabbers hasn't supported, hasn't given money to in some way. It's just amazing. Now, when this gets back to Water Jabbers, there's this big fuss about it. The show was about that. On the Kumite, they talked about it, and it basically culminated in Water Jabbers leaving the internet. He did a thing on one of Blossom's shows where he said his heartfelt goodbyes. Just, sorry guys, I can't do it anymore. It's just not worth it. I can't be doxxed, so I'm gonna leave the internet. And everyone was so sad. Oh no! See what you did, broski. You said Kevin, and now Water Jabbers has to leave the internet. Why? Even if his full name is out there. What? Who? Why? Every fucking dirtbag that streams, that does anything on this side of the internet has been doxxed. Andy's been doxxed. Ralph has been, well, he uses his first name. Everybody. It's not the end of the world, guys, if people know your name. But they act like it's the end of the world. This is one of my favorite examples happened recently. There's this guy. Oh, shit. I'm not going to be able to find it. But there's this guy named Dr. Herb Tarlak on Twitter. He's a huge kumatard. And what he likes to do is he goes after the commentary kids on Twitter. He's keeping them in check. Can't let those kids get away with nothing. Not when Dr. Herb Tarlak is on the case. This guy takes the internet pretty seriously. So what happened was, Infallible Foul, he's in my Discord, this dastardly villain. He goes to Dr. Herb Tarlak's YouTube, and in his URL, there's this name there. That his name is in his URL. I'm not going to say his name. I don't care. So Foul copies and pastes that name, and he finds out who it is. And this is what he does. Foul finds a musical artist on YouTube that shares the exact same name as Dr. Herb Tarlak, and he posts that video for Dr. Herb Tarlak on Twitter. Now, so what? Okay, we're all adults here. What do you do when that happens? We're all smart people, aren't we? Some of you aren't. It must be just by odds alone. Some of you are not smart. But I think you're all smart enough for this one. What you do is you ignore it. Ignore it. Nobody knows why Foul posted that video. There was no message underneath saying, hey, this guy, he shares the same name as you. Ha, 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 ha. There's nothing like that. Was it a kind of a scummy thing to do? I don't agree with it. I don't agree with these games of intimidation. But but what did Dr. Herb do? Dr. Herb threw a fucking fit. He put my docs out. That's my docs. You're a doxer, Foul. Doxers. You're a doxer. Oh, it got so bad that he changed his about me on Twitter to Infallible Foul is a doxer. Why? It's because they have this victim complex, and everybody's got to be the next victim. Got to do it. Got to do it. Let's see what Tonka has to say about doxing. This clip that we'll play was I went through the stream looking for all this shit about what Tonka would say about Adonis Paul, and there's a lot there, but we don't need to get into that. We already showed the Discord leaks, but this part was interesting. Let's see, where is it at? 12:45.
I'm not gonna harp on it, and it's not a shitty thing. I don't. She can irritate me. She can be a horse of a human being.
Here's him going after AP. How is he going to do it?
Everyone here knows that I don't share any love belief, but I thought what he did was pretty fucking shitty. I mean, you don't have to like a person to call them a shitty thing a shitty thing.
Exactly. So if you do something shitty to someone who I even tangentially give a fuck about, even a little, don't expect me to turn a blind eye to you because you're internet celebrity, Adonis Paul. Johnny McIntyre, you're a piece of shit.
Oh my God.
That's who you are. You are Johnny McIntyre, the scumfuck.
Oh my God. I told myself
Johnny
I wasn't going to do doxing on this stream, but that's not me doing it. That's Tonka.
Loser. Johnny McIntyre, the drug addict. Johnny McIntyre, the deadbeat. Johnny McIntyre, the coward. Johnny McIntyre, the liar. Johnny McIntyre, the manipulator.
Oh my God.
Johnny McIntyre, the absolute bottom of the barrel of human beings. That's who you are.
So yeah, Tonka's not above it. He's not above putting someone's name out there. And you can make the argument that, I don't know, AP already doxed himself or whatever it is, but why? Why are you doing this? Why does everyone come after me? Because I have doxes in my server. Off Egregious Snake says you doxed me equals dox confirmation. It's absolutely true. And I don't see why they don't get it. These are not smart people. Let me see if I have this one. Someone wanted me to play this one as well. The audio is not good on this one, but we'll listen to it.
Monster Hunter with Vamp Candy, dude.
He just is like, oh, Monster Hunter, dude.
And then you offered, and
basically he's Tonka has some, I don't know, this guy, some spurg on the show, and he's I don't know what's going out, but here comes some questions from the spurg.
And you offered Joaquin to fucking, you offered him money to dox people.
He's saying you offered Joaquin to dox people. Let's see what else he says.
Hours of your life have you spent watching this shit, dude?
A lot, dude.
And how do you get it all wrong?
How do you have the time to watch all that stuff and have?
He has all of the characters wrong. He has all of the actions wrong. He has the timelines wrong. He has his estimation of his own abilities wrong.
Is that why you can't answer the questions, Tom?
Are you on? I don't know. Are you on drugs? Is that why you think these are questions that would get answered?
You seem pretty nervous to answer these questions.
Oh yeah, I'm hyper nervous. That's why you're still here. That's like, yeah, everybody's really worried about you. That's why we keep you on air and keep laughing at you.
You're not laughing at me. I'm laughing at y'all. Y'all are all my
you're getting pissed and
You're not laughing
at me.
I'm literally laughing at all of y'all. I'm literally laughing at all of y'all.
It's coming up.
I'm literally laughing and having a good
Sorry, I should have clipped it better, but it's coming up.
good time. Good. Then it's amicable and it's coming from both ends, so you have nothing to whine about when you leave.
Oh, no, not from both ends. Okay. From my end.
Oh, well, I know we're laughing like motherfuckers at you. There's like us and everybody in the chat. I know for a fact we are laughing at you. So as long as you are laughing too, that's fine. And everybody's laughing and everyone's having fun.
I got the name wrong. It wasn't Joaquin. It was Cliff Wallace. It was Cliff Wallace. My bad.
Press 1 in the chat.
This guy says I got the name wrong. It's not Joaquin. It's Cliff Wallace.
Chat, if you were.
Wow, you didn't get the name wrong. You just tried to dox somebody.
God damn it!
What?
Hold on, Dark Ninja. Why are you trying to dox people?
No, I said Corey.
No, you 100% know that that's somebody's name that isn't supposed to be. And you know that because I know who you're getting messages from because you're not good at concealing it. You're a fucking idiot.
Not smart. Guys, we know this. What do you do when a doxes? You ignore it. If you're Tonka basically just confirmed Joaquim's name on his stream. Now that stream is privated. But if you're so up in arms about doxing, just let it go. Nobody cares about Joaquim. Certainly not in the Kumite. But because they have such hard-ons to be either victims or heroes on the crusade to stop doxing, he has to do this posturing, which of course leads to the confirmation of who Joaquim is. Don't eat Scrattle's food. Get out of here, you crazy dog. My Labrador is trying to steal Scrattle's food. Excuse me, folks. I would not let this dog get away with that earlier if I was drunk. Anyway. So yeah, the whole fucking doxing business is, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Let's see. We got one thing to, well, maybe two things to take care of. And we could do this in either order. I don't know which way to do it. I've gone back and forth on it. Let's put this screenshot up real quick. Because it's kind of interesting. It's from everybody's favorite girl. And she is a girl. There is no question. From Vamp Candy herself. She's talking about my server. And she says this. She says, it's really not good to be in there when they start trying to talk down to you. They try to gaslight all day, and Davis lets them. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Scrattles is looking at me and looking at her dish, wondering what happened. I'm sorry, Scrattles. You want to come up here? No. It's okay. Oh, Scrattle baby. Oh, Scrattle baby. There you go. Oh. Lay down. Put me down, you son of a bitch. I want to eat my food. I don't want to be on your drama stream. Oh, my God. Get out of here, you nutball. There you go. Now you got some Scrattles. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I let people gaslight. Gaslight all day. But hold on, Vamp. The Kumite server is your server. And we just read a fucking shitload of Discord messages from Tonka gaslighting people about me. That don't make any sense. Let me tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story about Vamp Candy. And I think it's an important one. Because it goes into what I'm going into the Discord role thing, which I'll talk about next. There was a time I was on the show, and this girl named Habana Bay came into the stream and donated $100. $100 donations into their Streamlabs. And she said, this money is for the co-hosts. You can split it up and give it to them. Vamp was there. Infallible Fowl was there. Of course, I was there, and Akujin was there. Later on, when Alex got there, Habana Bay donated an additional $25 or something for him. $125 donation to be split for the co-hosts. Now, for those that don't know, like YouTube donations, you have to wait a month or longer for the payout there. But Streamlabs, you get it immediately. And I'm not hard up for money, folks. So whatever, I don't really care. But after a month goes by, I remember it. Oh, I don't know. Habana Bay had done something. I don't know. People were talking about it. And then I remembered that she had did that donation. And so I asked Vamp about it. I was like, hey, did you ever send out those that donations to people? And she ghosts me. She ghosts me completely. I'm like, whoa, that's fucking weird. So I asked some of the other co-hosts. I asked Alex if he ever got paid. No, he didn't get paid. I asked Akujin. He didn't get paid. And they're fine with it, and as I knew they would be. Totally cool. And more or less, I'm fine with it too. The problem I have is that someone gave a sizable donation of $125. That is not for one person to keep. She did not do that so one person could keep it. So, did I ever find out what happened? Yes, I did. And how did I find it out? Well, I found it out from Blossom. Let's look at this. These are all private messages between Vamp Candy and Blossom that Blossom was giving me as it was happening. Remember, for those that are in the know about the whole Discord role thing, Sisu is a snake. Sisu was sending screenshots of the Discord, of the private Discord to people. That's what they say. He's a snake. Meanwhile, Blossom is sending me private messages from Vamp Candy. So let's read it. All right, Vamp Candy. I kind of did a really stupid thing with the big donation and didn't pay everyone their $20-something as soon as I got it into Streamlabs. I was able to pay 2 people, but now it's not enough. Now there's not enough there to pay the rest. And I've got him mad at me, him being Tonka, people pestering him about the money, which make him more irritated with me because it shouldn't have gotten there. And me yelling at myself over how dumb it was to do that. It was a little stupid. Probably shouldn't have done it. Deadly Kitty Blossom says, oh, that Heba thing? Yeah, it's become a huge deal now because people went to him about it. I did. Blossom says, well, that's the whole reason why she donated, was to have it split between everyone. Vamp Candy, I know, like I said, it was stupid of me. I understand that. And before I could pay everyone, it was gone. Yeah, that tends to be how it works. That's how it goes. Blossom says, yikes. Vamp, and I feel like garbage. I feel bad for her. Blossom says, I probably didn't help because I asked him about the Blossom Show money he apparently had for me. Vamp Candy says, he told me to shoot you $20, and I have $6 right now. So I got yelled at for being broke. Think about that. I'll tell you what was happening right now. During this time, Vamp was actually visiting Tonka over in Alabama. And she had used this money to get transportation to go down there. Tonka the successful car lot owner. He's got fuck you money, he loves to say. He didn't pay her fare to get down there. She was coming down to be a part of his wrestling show, which she did. And not only does he not pay, he gets mad at her because she's broke. Why would he get mad? You know, all those stories that Amy was saying, I'm starting to feel like they might be true. Starting to feel like it. I don't know. Getting mad at someone for not having money when you have all the money in the world is fucking weird. But we'll continue. It's just Blossom. She says, yeah. Oh, here we go. Excuse me. I have $6 now. Got yelled at for being broke. I haven't streamed in 2 weeks. That's her source of income. And the money I did have went to travel expenses. Imagine like having no money and then deciding to go on a trip. Not smart. But then again, she was going to meet her rich boyfriend. So there's a safety net there, right? Blossom says, yeah, I just wanted it for the nasal steroid that is still waiting for me at the pharmacy. I guess she's broke too. All right, here we go. I guess we skipped around. We didn't get this one, but she says, she likes me being around because I help her best I can. She's talking about her mom. I'm just over here hoping I can make enough to pay everyone, and then no one has to bother Tonka about it. I think that's what annoys me most. I know Davis tried to get a hold of me, but my phone was acting weird with Discord while I was away. Like it would just randomly disconnect me. Messages would disappear before I could read them, or it wouldn't send shit. Oh, it's the glitches. That's why she couldn't respond to me. I'll tell you, if she would have just said, listen, I used that money for travel expenses, I would have been fine. I don't need $20, for God's sake. In fact, at that time, I was good enough friends with her, I would have given her $300. I would have just given it to her. Said, here you go for your trip. But that's not what happened. She was not an adult. She wanted to put something over on people. And of course, Blossom wasn't buying it either, because she is sending me this while it's happening. Look, Vamp Candy is typing. It's happening at that moment. Blossom says, well, if it were me and a donation like that came in, I would. She's just putting the knife in and twisting it. Blossom is. Gosh, you might think that she's just a bit of a cunt. But we know that's not true. We'll find out more later. Well, if it were me and a donation like that came in, I would have made a note and or divided it up accordingly. Alex, Fowl, Akujin, both have zero sources of income as far as I'm aware, so they would have appreciated. It's very true. Because that dono came in before you left, I think. I'm not going to lie, that is not a good look. It's not. It must be said. It's Blossom just enjoying the blood in the water. She goes on to say, especially when we're calling out Broski for not giving money back, you know? You think? Vamp Candy, yeah, I know, trust me. I usually do divide up and send out. The other thing of it is, Heba doesn't seem to understand this. It costs me money every time she does that lump donation and wants me to pay everyone however much she donated. Oh, it's Heba's fault. Oh, God damn it, Heba. You don't understand it. It costs me money. Listen, everybody on the show gets it. Streamlabs and PayPal take a cut. I don't care. You could have sent everybody $18 or whatever it came out to. It don't matter. We would all get it. But no, it's Heba just doesn't understand. It costs me money. Fucking hell. This is the one that everyone trusts, by the way. When everybody talks about like Vamp and Tonka, everyone says, oh, I hate fucking Tonka, but I love Vamp. Ah, Vamp is a straight shooter. She would never lie. Would Vamp Candy lie to save herself from embarrassment? Aren't we all students of the human condition at this point? We know this is true. And there's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't make this any less shady. Okay, so Vamp Candy goes on. So do that a few times, and you end up with less than everyone else because you want to make sure they get what was supposed to go to them. No. You don't have to. You don't have to sacrifice your own money to pay people out. That's stupid. Blossom says, yeah, but you're the only one that gets money from the Kumite as far as I know. I've never gotten a penny from it. So you're usually the only one making a profit off of it, LOL. Oof. The knife continues to go in. Damn Candy. I wish it was as much as people thought it was. Super Chat takes at least 30%, by the way. She keeps on going on about this. They actually take more if the donations are larger. Is that true? Who cares? None of this makes any... None of this means anything to the conversation. Yes, Streamlabs takes money off. PayPal takes a cut. So what? I just want to make sure everybody gets what they're owed. No, you don't. You ran off with the money. Blossom says, well, still, we all do the show and watch the donations come in, knowing they all go to you. Oof. Oof. Yikes. Now I'm not posting these to go at Vamp Candy. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But she is forgiven in my eyes. I did get paid, by the way. I got paid the $25. Apparently, they did have to lose some money with it. I don't know why. I would have taken nothing. Like I said, it's fine. But they did make sure they paid me to shut me up. And what did I use that money for? Beer babies. All right, let's get into the last thing. Let's talk about the whole Discord role thing that Tonka was going on about. And then we'll get out of here. Fucking hell. So what had happened is a long time ago, a screenshot from the Discord got leaked and into the hands of Tommy C. You guys know who Tommy C is? You probably do. Shot from the Point commentary channel. And it was, I'd put the tweet up, but it's not interesting. Apparently Tommy C got a kick out of it and used it to I don't know, to discredit the Kumite. Whatever. And that got the Discord into a frenzy. I'm trying to think of how to go about this. Well, let's listen to what Tonka has to say about leaking screenshots from the Discord. Let's see what he has to say about it.
One thing, but nobody cares. This is what I'm trying to say. Dude, this whole thing about like leaking Discord, like shit like that, you know how fucking goofy that is? It's a leak. It's not a big fucking deal. There's nothing that gets said in this Discord that we don't say on air and doesn't get said on Twitter by somebody. Right?
Yes.
This is reasonable. This is exactly how I feel about it. Go Tonka.
Okay. It's not a big fucking deal, man.
It's not.
Not even a little. It's just weird that you would come in and try to say it is doctored when people know it's not. You know it's not. That's what's gonna have people looking at you sideways now.
So yeah, I think that's fine. Fallible Foul says, "Did you see my DM?" Trying to get through the stream. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna deal with how Vamp Candy got doxxed or anything like that. So whatever. We're not gonna do that. So okay. So what happened with the Discord is that it was in a frenzy. And Vamp, who runs the Discord, because of course Tonka doesn't, he's too stupid. What Vamp starts doing is she has a list of suspicious people. And she gives them all a role. And what this role was to bar you from one of the channels in the Discord called the Evidence Locker. Now, the Evidence Locker is where all the juicy shit happens. That's where they gather the evidence of who they're going to go at, right? It's a very sensitive place, and that's where problems happen, as you can imagine. Because once you start digging for information, you don't know what you're going to find. An example, they found out about optic decay, and they found his picture, they found his old Reddit account, they found his old deviant art, and a bunch of embarrassing things. And in all that mix of information was optic decay's docs, because his brother is in there under his name. And so we found out who Optic Decay was, what his last name was. Not really a fucking big deal, but just goes to show you, when you start digging for things, you're gonna get into some territory that's very uncomfortable. And sometimes that would happen in the evidence locker. So we have to keep the suspicious people at bay. And okay, so Ayek was on the suspicion list. I think I don't have all the fucking names of the people that were suspect. But what Ayek did is she asked Vamp about it. And what did Vamp say? Oh, I have this screenshot. It's not important. She said, "It's a Discord glitch." Oh, another one. That's Vamp. Unlucky in love, unlucky with Discord. Glitches abound. But what was really happening was people were being put on a list. Now, Sisu, because he's a snake rat, he was interested in this. So he starts asking around. He's like, what is this? Why are people being given weird roles? What's that? He started asking people around. And I think Sisu, you'll have to help me. This happened a while back. Were you put on the list, Sisu? I can't remember. I think you were. Okay, so this is funny. So Blossom, dear heart Blossom, she decides that she is going to be an investigator. And so she invites Sisu into a private voice chat so they can talk about this. And ask the pointed questions, and to discover if Sisu is actually a snake. Before I get into it, this is another thing that happened on that call. I know about the VC call, by the way, because Blossom recorded it without Sisu's knowledge. Let that sink in real quick. Sisu is a shady guy. So what Blossom is going to do is record a conversation with him without his knowledge to prove that he is suspect. It's a hell of a thing. It's a hell of a thing. What you will do to get in the good graces of the Kumatards, to be the queen of all the Kumatards. But I want to mention this because I was talking about this earlier. Oh, I gotta get a drink. So during that call, Blossom accuses Sisu of doxing her because apparently Sisu said something in the Kumite chat like "nice forehead, Allison." Now, what's funny about that is I guess it was some inside joke she had said in her Discord where she said her name was Allison. It's not. Blossom actually doxed herself on the show when she said something like sorry, and Surrey, the like Alexa, right? So Surrey actually says her name. She has her bot programmed to say her actual name, and it said it live. So we all know her name. But she went out after Sisu and asked him, "How do you know my name is Allison? Why did you say that in the chat?" It's not even her name. This is what I'm talking about with this victim mentality about doxing. They can't wait. They can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to be doxxed so I can have a cry about it. Well, if you do have a cry about it, don't call Blossom. Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyway, so she asked Sisu if he's ever leaked screenshots. And he says, yeah, I have. But I didn't leak that one. Everyone leaks something. It's not a bad thing. And it's absolutely true. I'll tell you this. Those screenshots of the Discord talking about AP not paying child support that they were going on about? I leaked those to Toad McKinley when they happened. Because I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that Tonka paid AP's child support. And I thought he was just fucking posturing. Yeah, it turns out it was true. But I leaked that. And not only that, I told them later. I told Tonka and Vamp. I told everybody, actually. I did a stream about it. Told them that I was the leaker. Did anything happen to me? That's what I'm saying. I was so loved on that show, I could do no wrong. So I don't know why they're up in arms about fucking Discord leaks. So, needless to say, I was pretty pissed about this whole thing. I don't like the idea of, well, let me put it this way. Paranoia is corrosive. It's not fun. When you are in a server and people get fucking paranoid, sorry, that's the end of the jokes. It becomes very fucking uncomfortable. So Blossom, she shares that audio with Vamp first, and then later on, she shares it with me, and Tonka was in the call, and Akujin. We all listen to it, and everybody is convinced that Sisu is the leaker. He said it. He said he leaks screenshots. I'm like, listen, I leak screenshots. Everybody does it. That doesn't mean he leaks that screenshot. But they are unconvinced. They're just livid. They want him hung up. And there's this guy, Smile the Exile. He starts talking about being harassed by Sisu over the Discord. Oh, Sisu is harassing me over this Discord role business. And they all just believe him. They're like, see, Davis? Sisu is he's just harassing people. We get Smile to come into the VC, and I ask him, how is he harassing you? Oh, well, he asked me about the Discord role. Oh my God, how many times? Well, it's just the once. So he was just asking you if you knew anything about these weird roles that Vamp was assigning people. I had this guy in a corner, and I felt bad about it because he was so obviously like making shit up. Oh, Sisu is harassing me because he wants to be in the good graces of his Lord and Savior Tonka. Just ridiculous. But anyway, so that's what they talk about when they talk about Discord roles. They think that Sisu was having a cry about losing his Discord role. In reality, it was we're all trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. It made no sense. I mean, think about just the idea of it. I don't want to get too autistic about it. But, okay, so you take away people's roles, like a group of people's roles, and then what? I guess the idea is if there are no more leaks, then they were right. It was totally witch hunt bullshit. And I didn't want anything to do with it anymore. That's why I left. I couldn't. It was so uncomfortable to be there, to know the lengths that they will go, what they will do to people. And that's the other thing I asked Tonka about. I was like, listen, I listened to that show where you said leaking leaking screenshots from Discord is not a big deal. Why is this happening? Well, I don't know. It's not my decision. It's Vamp's Discord. It's Vamp's server. Ah, that's what it is. Vamp can do whatever she wants. All right. So you have no opinion about how Vamp deals with that Discord. Well, let me tell you what was wrong with it. Because of the paranoia and the weirdness that happened, I ended up leaving that Discord. Sisu ended up leaving that Discord. They kicked Vakala out, who was famous, by the way. I think Ayek left as well. And because that happened, I had to go somewhere. And that place was the Save Pro South charity stream. And then I found out about Amy. And then I found out about the children. So really, when you think about it, Vamp is the true hero. Slow clap for Vamp, folks. All right, let's see here. Let's close this out. I have a prepared statement before we open it up to callers, because this is very important. This is not a cancel stream. Lord knows most people have already canceled Tonka, so I'm speaking to the people that are still there, the loyalists, the Kumatards. Each one of you will have to decide what levels of hypocrisy you can endure. I think it's fine to ignore it, because in the end, we are all, each one of us, we are all flawed. Lord knows, I've done my fair share of stupid shit. In fact, there was a time that I so brutally embarrassed myself that at times when I think about it, I have to stop myself from screaming. I'll tell you about that story some other time. It's a long one. But in that incident, I learned a truth. After some point, all your public failures aren't on you. See, I embarrassed myself in front of this girl. And I ended up seeing her just by chance a year later. And she looked at me like I killed her cat. And it wasn't anything bad. It was just me doing something stupid. It wasn't any. Someday I'll have to explain it to you guys so you don't think I'm a sex pest or anything like that. But she looked at me like I was a piece of shit. And I was like, this is a year ago. And you're still looking at me like that? And then I realized it's not on me. Now it's on her. If she's going to keep that grudge, that's on her. So when you make amends, when you do the right thing and live your life as the person you want to be and not under the shadow of your past, you can move on. We know this is true. When people bring this up in the future and you have rectified your transgressions, it will not be on you. It will be on them. I think that's Tonka's problem. He's always running. I think now it's time to stop, take account, and fix yourself. I want to see the Tonka who is unencumbered by this. We've never seen that Tonka. But I think when we do, when that happens, I think people will come back. I think people will want to see that version of Tonka. Lord knows, like, people still watch Ethan Ralph. People still watch Worski. You can overcome this. Just do the right thing for the love of God. As for me, I'm done with this side of the internet. It's rotten, right to the core, between the garbage people impregnating teenagers, the guys that would have people shot in the street, and the people that don't take care of their kids. I'm done. The post-IBS community is a bloated corpse, and it's filled with parasites that will one day say you aren't credible, and the next day ask to clip your channel when you're going after someone they don't like. T-clips. It's all garbage, and I don't want anything to do with it. I'm going to spend my time working on something worthwhile and have some laughs along the way. If you're interested in that, then we can hang out, but barring something major, I will not be doing anything like this again. All right. So let me just thank everybody who helped me out with this. I'm not going to name your names. I don't know if you want your names out there, but I didn't do this stream alone. I had people who were going through old screen caps, people that are tracking down videos, and people who gathered the court documents. It was an effort. But I also want to thank, as I did before, the people in the Kumite Discord who provided all the leaks. As I said before, it would be sad if you got kicked. I don't think you will. But I'd keep those people around. If I were Vamp, I think you need people like that. I think accountability has been, you guys have been starving for it. That's it, folks. That's all I got. How'd we do? Do all right? 3 hours? Okay, that's pretty good. I'll tell you what. I gotta do my rounds real quick. Ugh. 3 hours. Do you guys want to open it up for calls? Anybody want to hop into anybody have anything to say about it? Come to my Discord and jump into the Sally house, and we can talk about it. Ugh. If not, I'm more than willing to end it here. Yeah, William. We got William Stenchever in here. Did I mention that? That was the other thing. It wasn't just AP that Tonka was going after for being a deadbeat dad. There's a guy named Anal Vlad. He went after him for being a deadbeat dad. William Stenchever. Oh, Willie. Now, Willie's an old guy. Old alcoholic like me. And his kids are grown. But, fuck, don't matter to Tonka Saw. Fuck that guy. I'll tell you what. Let's not do calls. We'll do a nighttime stream sometime in the future, and we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I just thought maybe if there was someone from the opposition who wants to call me a dirty dog, I'd let you in. Meadow Fembot says sent $10 for the gift. Oh, I don't know why why the alert box hasn't been. Let's see if because I had this whole thing planned. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's see if we got any tips here. I don't even know how to do this anymore. Alert box? What is it? How do I find out? Ugh, Streamlabs is such a waste. How do I find out how much? Donation history. All right, there we go. Oh man, okay, we got some donations today. Just two guys. William, the donor, he says he gave $10 to the stream. He says for the kids that don't exist. All right. And Meadow Fembot gave $10 as well and says mic drop. Well, there you go. All right, folks. It's been fun. You guys take care, and I used to say I'll see you all in the next Night Beast, but whatever. You guys take care, and have a good day.